Oh, wait a minute. She was inspired by the movie Yes, I Do.
Yes, I do.
You do.
I do
She
care.
certainly does. That movie stars Jen Lilly, who will be stopping by tomorrow to tell us all about it. It's part of June weddings, of course. So, Maria, I always love your DIYs, but this time, you've outdone yourself.
Yes, I did. I couldn't do that. I do it now, so I just do it now.
Oh, you always outdo yourself.
Yes, I do.
There you go. I like it.
I know, I'm such a sucker for the movies. Okay, you know, I love desserts, like I said, and I think this just is a really great way to make it extra fun for your wedding. You can add in lots of fun desserts this way, so I am there. Anything that's
This is so cool.
more desserts, the merrier. So this is a really fun way to get started, or to get an idea for your wedding, and the hanging thing is
right.
really
It's like
big
it's floating.
statement. Exactly.
It's beautiful.
Right. And you started this a little earlier.
I did get started earlier, so you can see exactly how it's made. So this is a 2x4. Well, the first thing you want to do is sand it down, really just softening out the edges, softening out everything just to make sure it looks really nice and clean. Afterwards, you do your holes in the corners. So you want to measure an inch one way, an inch the other way, so that you have your exact 1 inch all the way in. Use your drill just to create the hole, the drill bit. Once you have your hole, just get rid of the extra dust, and you do it on all 4 sides, just like so. You will see here what you're going to do is do a polyurethane coat all over everything. What it does is seals it, kind of gives it a nice finished look. Depending on what kind of wood you're using, you may or may not need to do that, but I think that's a good option. You can see here I have the bolt that just goes in with the washer and the nut, and that is what these chains hang from. So just open them up, just like so. Use a little elbow grease and hook them. What you want to do, I did this one all by myself. I'm so strong. It's just the chains are strong. And all you need to do, so if I can hang it by myself, you can hang it by yourself. So really what it is just the hooks the chains are what the hooks go on. And it just, that's how you hang it.
Right, or you could use a carabiner even if like
that's
a little climbing carabiner.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's
I forget you know.
Is that what you were thinking?
My husband would use a carabiner because he's a climber.
Exactly, exactly. Now just have to dress the table, right?
Yes, and as you can see, we have 3. So a lot of times working with dressings, it's either it's odd numbers. So if you can't do 3, do 1. So this is the 2x4. These are 2x2. So if you wanted to,
Smaller.
smaller ones.
Adorable.
Work with your color palette. So something I always say is work with your florist. My aunt is a florist. She's a very talented florist in Michigan. And when it comes to weddings, she always loves to work with brides on really fun, special things like this. So this way you can tie in your theme for the wedding. So if you have like a white theme like we have here, you can do sort of your through line, if you will. So you can see the coloring in here is a little bit more like an off-white-ish. So using an off-white here to kind of tie everything in.
Just like different shades of white and cream. So I see you've got the vanilla cupcakes, of course, the sprinkles cupcakes, but what other sort of sweet treats are you adding?
Well, that's why you don't really have to be limited on your dessert. So sometimes we think you just need to do a cake.
Right.
Well, my sister proved me wrong on her wedding because she did she didn't have a cake at all. She had cupcakes because she is a cupcake monster. I guess I'm a cookie monster.
She's a cupcake monster.
She's a cupcake monster, but she wanted all cupcakes, and so that is what our cake is in the middle. You can just do cupcakes, which is so much fun. And work with your color palette like we have over here, but also get some candies. And what's great is you have different textures, different levels.
Yeah.
And everybody kind of has their inner child when they get a little gumball or a little rock. Oh, I loved these rock sugars when I was a kid. Just like.
Well, I love the levels you have going. What about
Yeah,
the cake
right?
stand and the tray you have
So
there?
that's exactly it. You don't have to be limited to, for instance, this cake stand just goes here. You want to place it on some higher things like we have over here, just pieces of wood, just to kind of tie in your theme, or just get some different varying shapes of bowls and things like that. Because that way you can really just add a lot of interest to the eye, and that's what makes it really, just really special. And another thing I love about these, so you could tie in a mother's wedding dress or a veil or something like that, and that's where it creates your something old.
Oh, how beautiful!
Or if a grandmother has, like this is from my sister-in-law from a vintage store, you could tie in something that your grandmother had.
Right, or the china from their wedding or something. And I also love how you don't have to make it so just bountiful, full of desserts. You can actually put, like you said, like some heirlooms or some pictures.
Exactly. So if you're looking to fill the space, if maybe you're not filling with tons of desserts, if your wedding is small and you still want to make a statement piece, that's one of my favorite pictures of my grandparents right there when they were young.
Love that photo.
But this is where you could fill pictures of family or of you and your significant other. A lot of people take engagement pictures, and this is a good way to tie that in. A lot of people love doing pictures of when they were kids. You know, when the husband and wife were kids.
I love that when they do that at weddings.
So this is a great space to create something
Well, because desserts are fun, so you use a fun photo, like your grandparents, to sort of...
Exactly, and everybody makes their way to the dessert table, like me.
And you know what? And you could change it up too. You could probably hang a tablecloth or whatever that you wanted over. You know what I mean? Or I don't. You know, since you're going in,
I'm sorry, I got distracted by the cupcake.
And I'm a big fan of the cupcakes too, because I feel like they're single serving. People actually eat the cup. I feel like they eat the cupcakes more than they eat the cakes.
And
well, it's so clean as a delivery mechanism. You're like, here's your cupcake. You grab. There's not a plate.
You know
there's not a.
Thank you for saying that. That was one thing I wanted to mention quickly. Is the things that are a little bit higher, maybe have these as easy, quick little things you can pop, and things that are a little bit more that you might need a plate for, have those a little bit lower.
Oh, good.
This is also great because then the kids can't. It's a little too high for Alexandra to be grabbing up there.